I really don't know what to say today. I really this is one of the lowest I've felt in a very long time with Arsenal. And, you know, the last couple of seasons we finished 8th and this season we finished 5th. And I know some of you are going to try and spin that and say there's progress. But, you know, it's easier to take when there's nothing riding on the season, in a way. And when you think about the position that we were in after we won those 4 games on the bounce against some difficult opposition, and we're going into that North London derby 1 game away from qualifying for Champions League for the first time in 6 years. When you consider how we felt then to how it feels now off the back of this appalling, awful defeat to Newcastle in a game that mattered, in a game that we needed our players to stand up and be counted, that contrast in feelings for me is crushing. And I'm sitting here and I'm struggling to see much positivity about a bigger picture and about progress, because no matter what you say, you cannot get past the fact that this was a massive opportunity dropped. The defeat against Tottenham, we could afford to lose that provided we did the job today. And against Tottenham, we could sit there and complain about the referee and his decisions. What's the excuse today? In the comments below, let me know, does anyone have any excuses today? Or are we all in unanimous agreement? Team, not good enough. Manager, not good enough. No one else today. The referees didn't do anything wrong today. They didn't change the game today. There's no controversy here for me. And you know what? Football is one of those things, like so often a player, when he plays against his own club, he'll score the goal, right? Football always throws out that twisted irony. And today, again, more twisted irony. Who was, for me, the best player on the park? Bruno Guimaraes, who Arsenal, we were hoping we would sign this summer. In January, and we didn't. Let him go to Newcastle. He goes and gets that second goal. They're just a dagger in the heart of our season. He bossed it all over the pitch for me today. Thought he was absolutely brilliant. And not just Bruno. Everything that Newcastle represented in that January transfer window versus what Arsenal represented in that January transfer window. We started that January transfer window in a stronger position as a squad than when we finished it. And Newcastle, they did the opposite. They said, there's a potential of relegation. We're going to do everything that we can to prevent that happening. Arsenal, when we had our last game before the January transfer window, there was a potential of Champions League. We were the favourites for Champions League. I think we had a couple of points and a game or 2 in hand. There was the potential of Champions League. And it's almost like we did whatever the hell we could to minimise the potential of that actually happening. We weakened our squad. You know, like that, the sale of Callum Chambers. That came out of nowhere. Why? Why did we do that? We had Ainsley Maitland-Niles that had already gone. We didn't have enough cover at right back, and look how many games Cedric has played. For the first goal, how highly he commits himself up the pitch. What? Why? I really do not understand what the thought process was there. I really can't go and look past that January transfer window period, because that for me was awful. An awful, unambitious gamble that has massively backfired. I feel like I'm looking at this team, the same players who, yes, they can come in and do a job every now and then, have been playing for weeks and weeks and weeks on end. And it's ultimately quality shows, right? Tavares and Cedric played the majority of the game for Arsenal today. It's not good enough. Simply not good enough. You know, you wonder, White, we've had to rush him back. Gabriel, potentially we've had to rush him back. White has scored the own goal. Tomiyasu's got injured. And you just think, how do we actually manage our squad a little bit better? We've got Mavropanos out on loan. We've got Bellerin out on loan. We've got Maitland-Niles out on loan. We sold Chambers. We've got Torreira out on loan. And I'm sorry, but like it doesn't speak to me of good squad management. You can go back and watch the stuff that I've said in my fan cams and on the Arsenal Lounge on Mondays, and you can see for yourself that this is not a hindsight thing. It was very obvious. Yeah, we are going to struggle with injuries, and we do need to make sure there's healthy competition and rotation in the team, and there's been none of that. Mikel Arteta today absolutely failed in his job to galvanise this team. What did we see from this team? If you were watching that and you didn't know the context of these two clubs, you would think that Newcastle were the team going for top four and Arsenal's, their minds are already on holiday because there's nothing to play for. We did nothing. What save? Put it in the comments below if you can remember a single save that Dubravka made where you thought to yourself, oh, that was close, on the edge of your seat. There was a decent block from an Ødegaard shot. We didn't test their keeper. This game was absolutely lost in midfield. Absolutely lost in midfield. Bruno, bossing it. And you know, the reality is, I'm afraid I've just got to say it. You know, I'm going to be honest about this. Without Tottenham's Tottenham. We really have. This is a very Tottenham thing to do that Arsenal have done. We were in the ascendancy. We had the benefit of being able to play them our direct rivals. All we had to do was to stop them getting points, to stop them getting the 3 points. Didn't do our job. And yeah, the referee played a part in that game. But forget that. The story of this season is not referees, it's our own failings. And you know what? Throughout the whole season, when people have been taking a load of pride in the fact that we've got youngest average age in the Premier League, I've been saying, listen, that's not a good thing. The fact that we are the youngest team in the league shows we're going against the grain. We're doing something that other clubs don't do by having the youngest team in the league. Well, actually, you know what? When you're looking at the age profile of your squad or of your starting 11, you're better off being right bang in the middle. You're better off being average. Not too old, not too young. And the thing is, with a young team, the danger is always the last 8 games. You know, the business end of the season. Since we've come back from the international break, we've lost 3, we've won 4, now we've lost 2. That's not the form that you need at the end of the season, when you need to stand up and be counted and really kind of show your strength of character and your mettle. 5 defeats and 4 wins. That's not what it's about. It really, really pains me that we gambled with our season in January. And another mistake that I feel like was made, listen, Mikel Arteta getting a contract, fine. I can accept that, I can understand the reasons. But to do that and announce it when they did only seeks to put pressure on the season. I spoke about this on the Arsenal Lounge last Monday, and a lot of people disagreed with me. And I was talking to Tom Canton, we respectfully disagreed. He felt like actually it relieves pressure. I can't understand that angle. I think we saw that pressure today. We saw that pressure today where it's a case of needing to vindicate that decision. It simply didn't work out. I'm absolutely devastated today. This season has been a wasted season. Europa League is not enough to walk away from this season and kind of say that it's been worth anything. It's been an absolute horrible end to the season. The defeat against Tottenham, this defeat, and now we're relying on Norwich to beat Newcastle, and we have to go and beat Everton, who may even have something to play for. Do you know what? Thankfully, I'm on holiday next weekend because, you know what, as far as I'm concerned, the season is over. I don't see Norwich doing anything, and I'll at least be watching this game poolside, you know, chilling out against Everton. Because I'd be really, really struggling for motivation and to be going to that game against Everton at home with any real hope. I mean, look, if anyone can do it, Tottenham can do it. But as I said before, it's hard to talk about Tottenham and being Spursy and bottling it when we've done such a great job of emulating them. That's it, man. I've got nothing much to say. Check out my 5 at 5 tomorrow because it's going to be brutal. And yeah, let me know if there's any positivity that anyone can offer. Please put it in the comments below, because right now I'm really struggling to take a step back from this result and to look at a bigger picture that fills me with any positivity. This transfer window now, we've got less money, less resources, less attraction for players. It's going to be much harder for us. And Tottenham, they've got that incentive for players to join, to keep Conte, to keep Kane, to keep Son. And I'm worried about next season already. So if you can help me out with some positivity, go for it in the comments. Anyway, I'm done. Take care.